Late Night League is back, brought to you by Reese's Puffs. Now it is time to get to today's guest. He is an online favorite and the current coach of Team Liquid. Twitch chat, please spam some emotes in welcoming Yoonsup Locodoco Choi to the show.
How's it going?
Hey, Loco. How are you doing today, friend?
I'm good. How about you?
Pretty good. I had an interesting encounter with you last night.
That sounds weird. Don't make it sound weirder
It
than
was, it was weird, but not in that way. I want to start by congratulating you because you did something I could never do. I worked so hard during my time working at Curse and Team Liquid trying to break the 4th curse, and I always failed at like the last possible step. Like we just would miss worlds just barely. And that's why I'm so happy because you succeeded where I failed by failing even harder than me. You managed to break the curse of 4th by getting 5th. It was so genius. I never thought of doing that.
Mike, you gotta be nice to our guest, man. He came here, he's willing to give us his time.
Oh, that's nice on like Mark level.
Yeah,
That was definitely a lot
I mean,
nicer.
you're not going to get much better out of me. Like, it's a very backhanded compliment, but there's still a little compliment in there. Just to kick things off, the most kind of topical thing. What are your thoughts on Worlds? You have anything you're looking forward to?
I really want to see how well NA does this year. I think C9, TSM, and CLG are. This is probably the best 3 teams we've ever sent to Worlds, and I think TSM especially can go far. I think their group draw wasn't as favorable as it could be, but if you have a hard group and you get first in that hard group, you have a really, really good chance of getting out of quarters and then having an NA team in semis, and then maybe they could even make finals, who knows.
You said best 3 teams. Do you feel like CLG was a better representative than Immortals, or?
I feel like Immortals was breaking apart towards the end, and CLG always has that teamwork thing going, and I do think we sent the best 3 teams.
Oh, okay. I think a lot of people might say otherwise, but it's good to hear that. Like, I think CLG going was fine because they're so good. Like you said, the teamwork thing, they play well on stage. So I think sending them was good overall.
I mean, with the amount of like, it seems there's a little bit of a lack of top lane talent at Worlds. Obviously, we have Smeb there. That helps. But I mean, don't you think that like perhaps having a really strong top laner like Huni would have really been nice for representing at NA?
So top lane individual laning does matter a lot, and I actually haven't kept up with the competitive side of the game for patch 6.18, so I'm not sure how much it mattered. But on 6.15, especially with the no lane swap changes, bot lane dominance mattered more and more so.
Sure.
So I didn't think like not having strong top is that important.
But it's been interesting because I've been watching a lot of Korea the last few weeks, and they've been talking a lot about the junglers have been actually looking top a lot more than I would have anticipated. So it is interesting to see sort of like why aren't we seeing more? What is the deal with the lack of top laners in the competitive scene right now?
Well, I don't think it's really a meta thing where like meta is top oriented and all of a sudden solo queue players start playing a lot more top than like bottom laners, and then like you start picking up more top lane talent.
Sure.
To be really, really good at top lane, you have to play versus really, really good top laners.
Yeah.
Like the little things you learn, like, oh, this person trades like this person controls waves this way, and they back on this wave and they teleport back. Or they set up waves really well for a gank. You never actually really learn that until you have it done to you. So unless you play versus good top laners and you constantly get shit on, it's really hard to improve. And for NA, like the way Huni and Reignover played, I mean, just talking about Huni, I'm not talking about Huni, I talk about Huni and Reignover together because they play really, really cohesively. Yeah. And Huni doesn't, I wouldn't say has like the best lane control and best mastery of top lane, but he has really, really good synergy with Reignover, and they know how to work together to abuse someone. And in Korea, there's a lot of individually skilled top laners.
Right.
Now, there's one other kind of topical issue that I know you probably don't want to comment on it, but I just figure if I don't say something, it'll just seem like we're dodging the question. It's the Dardoch stuff. It's been blowing up on Reddit a ton recently. Do you have anything you want to say, or just not right now?
I don't think this is the best platform, so I'll do a no comment, and we can talk about it some other time.
Yeah, I agree. I just had to put it out there because I feel like otherwise it'd be, oh, we're dodging the question.
Yeah, we don't want Twitch chat on our case.
Yeah. Oh God, the Reddit detectives or something.
Yes,
so you've done a lot in the league scene, pro player back in the day, coach, content creator. What was your favorite of those careers that you've done?
Nothing beats playing on stage. Playing on stage, like working really hard for something and being able to show for it or not show for it. Like it's a lot more emotionally crushing and like emotionally rewarding.
Yeah, I am familiar with the reverse sweep.
So like I feel like as a player, like your range of emotion can go from like a 1 and a 10, and as a coach, it can probably only go for like a 8 and a 2, and then as a content creator, probably like 7 and a 3. So like
Three. Permanent 3 for me. It doesn't. I'm just waiting to get on with my life.
it's not like coaches and content creators don't put as much work and passion into their craft. It's just as a player, it's like a lot more rewarding and a lot more soul crushing too.
Do you enjoy having moved on from that soul crushing part of your life? Because like you said, players spend like 12 to 16 hours a day. It's like literally all they do. They're often shunned from like having girlfriends and social lives. You're a very social person. Like you like meeting people and talking with them. Are you glad to have moved on from that part from being a player, even if it doesn't have the high highs?
I mean, whenever a new game comes out, Overwatch, Hearthstone, Dota 2, I think about playing again. Whenever I win a lot of games on solo queue, I think about playing again.
You beat some random like Diamond 2 scrubs and you're like, yeah, I'll be pro again.
Yeah, why not?
But being pro, it takes a lot of commitment and a lot of sacrifice out of your life. When you're a lot younger, there's not much to sacrifice, to be honest. But as you get older and you build better relationships and you spend time elsewhere, it's a lot of sacrifice to go back to being pro. So I don't think I'll ever be pro again, and I'm pretty happy with where I'm at.
Do you think?
No, you're saying you're not gonna go pro in Overwatch anytime soon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that's the only hang-up. Is
Yeah,
his,
exactly.
his decision.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think that's kind of why you see more players burn out in a sense? It's not like their mechanics go because they're too old, or it's just that like they want to move on with their life.
No, I think the structure sucks. So
Yeah.
for football players, soccer players, or anything outside of League of Legends, like CSGO players play till what, they're like 30, 35. And like in physical sports, if you can play till you're 40, why can't you do that in a mental sport? It makes no sense. I think as structure gets better, players will have longer and longer careers. You'll see players being on top of their game at like 35, like 40. It's been done before. In StarCraft 2, there's been players that on top of their game winning tournaments past 30. So I think once better structure develops and there's more support for players, people will burn out less. But right now, it's just grind scrims, grind solo queue, be under emotional stress all the time. So of course you are going to burn out.
And you've coached now 2 teams, TL and TSM. Have you seen some progression in structure in that way, where teams are getting better about it as you've kind of grown with the scene? Or
I mean, I've been playing since forever.
well, that too, yeah.
So I've seen structure grow momentous, like a lot. It's just structure is always growing. Teams are providing more support. And one thing that's happening more and more are structure is being more specialized. Now it's not, okay, here's a mega coach that's going to do everything.
Right.
So you do this part of the game, you do this aspect of life, you do health, blah, blah, blah. So people can be more talented in certain areas and they can bring that to the table instead of one person being expected to do everything. And to be honest, it's really, really hard to be good at everything in terms of supporting a player or coaching a player.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that people got wrong for a while, was just like, oh, we'll hire this guy, he's going to be our coach and he'll run everything, and it's just a little infeasible. Anyways, Loco, it's great having you on the show, and I'm really happy you're here because I finally have a chance to ask you a little bit about your mysterious social media moments. You're a little renowned for spitting some stuff out that maybe you regret a little bit later. So here are a couple of the gems I think we wanted to show you.
Are you going to play a video? Oh my God.
Oh,
no,
oh,
that
God.
didn't quite work out.
Yeah.
oh, friend. Well, so that, for people who don't know, was after, or that was before you got 3-0'd by CLG in the summer season 5 finals. No, get away from it. What goes through your mind when do you care? Like, are you concerned at all about like when this goes wrong, the ramifications? You just like fire it off and don't worry.
I actually really stopped caring so much about what other people think. It used to drive me a lot. Oh, what does this person think about me? What do the fans think about me? And then you become really trapped and encased in other people's opinion of you. And once I became less insecure and more secure with how I, like, who I am as a person and what I like, what I don't like, I just am myself and I cannot care about other people's opinion. I do think there's ramifications to action, so you shouldn't just be like, I don't know, like go and shoot someone or do something incredibly rude just
Good
because
advice.
Yeah,
like
please
just
don't do
because you
that.
want to be an but you should be okay with, and you should feel good about like who you are and just do the stuff you want to do.
Right. All right.
Even if you're blatantly wrong, like there.
I could have been right, I could have been wrong. Like
Sure.
I'll be fine with, I'll be more happier with one outcome. But if it doesn't go my way, it's not like that's the end of the world for me.
What about maybe a little bit further in the past where you ate your words a little bit previously as well?
Okay. Oh God. This is like when you have. Screw you. This is when. What if it's. Okay, so if you go back to anyone's MySpace, you'll just know like that person, like that's their probably most teenage angsty kind of moments, and then you'll be like, oh, blah blah blah, this person crazy. That was a very very emo time of mine. I do not wish to go back to it, but whatever. It's part of.
Are those lyrics crushed hearts and broken
Ah,
dreams or
just shut up! Just shut up, Mark!
It's not going away.
Shut up!
For people who don't know, that was when he was going to try to qualify
you.
as Quantic into the, and he didn't quite make it.
God.
Yeah. Do you like, you cut out the hand gestures as you've grown? Was that part you left behind, or do you still throw those out there? I don't actually follow you on Snapchat or anything like that. You still throw them out?
Just in case.
You're learning from Cam Newton, I see. Your
I like
Twitter's
them.
full of Cam Newton Superman
I
stuff.
love Cam Newton.
Why do you like Cam Newton so much?
I think he's a tier 1 quarterback. I think.
Esports terms.
Screw you, Stephen A.
Yeah.
I think Cam's a really good role model, and like recently in the Broncos game where he's just getting like pummeled, and then they're not calling what if it fouls on it, because I mean definitely like you can't just go up to someone and headbutt it, and that's what's happening.
All right, we're not here for a football analysis. I appreciate it, but we have one
that's a
last
different show somewhere else in the building.
Yeah, one last little clip to show you from this.
What is it?
Execution is good and he's good at adjusting. If
Oh,
you can
God.
really read streamers that's coming across this map, these probes desperately trying to do something. Look at that smile, GG! He takes the series, ladies and gentlemen. Jaedong advances on to Toronto after a...
How has your relationship been with Jaedong?
So it actually started with, I mean, there was no relationship. I was just a random fan that really liked Jaedong. Like I was just
You
random
really
Twitch
like
viewer.
it.
Like
Yeah, you were.
But
a
there were no Twitch back
huge
then.
Fan of Jaedong.
I was just sitting in front of my TV watching Jaedong and being like, holy shit, this guy is so freaking good. And then I became a pro player, and I became a little bit closer to Jaedong, and like I was in his world. Like we're living in the same world now.
Have you met him?
Yeah.
And have you met him after that the video that everyone knows what I'm talking
I
about?
met Jaedong a few times, and during when I was a pro player, we actually used to text, and like he would give me advice sometimes, and I would ask him about stuff. And we actually did a really long-formed interview once, me and Jaedong in Korea. So
Wow, sounds pretty serious. Congratulations, I'm happy.
don't worry, baby, you're still my number one.
Oh my God, you're clearly not afraid to come across a little like an idiot on social media, but now it's going to be your chance to do so as well in the guess game. So don't make fun of the title. Everyone says that.
Okay.
This week we're going to be playing a game called Band. Like last week, I'm sure it's something that most people at home are familiar with. You'll receive a word on the top
And
of a
then
little
we
card.
Talk about people that are banned. Monty.
No, oh my God.
Dominate.
No, that's not quite the game.
Too soon.
You'll have a number of...
XJ9.
No, still not the game
Very
as much
bad.
as you might want it to be. What it is, you get a word at the top of your card and a bunch of words you can't say, and you try and get me to guess the word at the very top without using any of the banned words. You'll have 2 minutes to go. Taylor has prepared some cards. Maybe he wants to hand those out.
I will give you, let's say, I'll give you a handful
Four,
of these guys.
five,
4
I
or
don't know,
5,
something.
somewhere in that range.
You'll have 2 minutes to go. Show the card to the audience so they can see what I'm supposed to be guessing. I won't look. I'm a little bit of a cheater, but
You looked last week. Don't look this time.
I looked
man.
beforehand last week. I kind of looked beforehand this week too. Anyways,
Peak gate.
let's start. All right, we got. Okay, I'm ready. I see the time on the clocks.
All right, so.
Hold it up.
Okay.
You gotta get me.
You
to
know what
guess.
it is.
Yeah, I see
You
what
can see
it
it?
is.
Okay, you
Let's
got
see.
it.
Let's see. All right. Yeah, we got
All right.
this. All right. You can't say those words.
So I can't say these
You can't
words?
say those words.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anime boy shooting.
Naruto.
No. Anime boy shooting energy beams.
Ezreal?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if I can do this real quick.
Oh no, we're not alternating.
Oh,
Look
are
who
we
just
not
goes for 2
alternating?
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Who can
okay,
get
fine.
the most?
Okay. small yordle that hulks.
Nar?
Okay.
That hulks.
Yeah, he hulks.
Okay, sushi lady.
Nami?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Logan's a beast.
Okay, so when a girl shows you her. When a
Show
girl
to the
shows
camera.
you her,
Make sure the camera
breast.
knows what's going on.
Boobs?
when a girl shows you her breast in a quick movement.
Flashing?
Yeah. Or
Oh, flash. Okay.
Okay.
Oh God.
all right. The most. The
Oh my-
second most toxic. Oh, how to okay. Donger, Dignitas,
Cutie pie?
and then worked with you. Dignitas and then worked with you.
I will dominate.
There you go.
I
got
got
all
it. All right,
five
so
of
you got
them.
5.
I only have 4 cards.
You
'cause
went before the time. You barely took a minute. So
You were
we'll do like some kind of race thing. Whoever gets it faster.
Yeah,
Taylor,
alright.
it's your turn. I doubt you'll beat him, but you may as well try.
I might as well try. All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right.
I'm ready.
So this is probably the best team in the world during the early years of League of Legends, well before the LCS started, from an Asian region that is not Korea. It is
TPA?
no. Earlier.
Earlier
Yeah.
from the Asian region.
Yeah. And they won what is arguably the best tournament of all time.
It's not Mig Blaze or whatever?
No, it is the
It's
team
not
that is-
Frost or Blaze.
No, they had the mid laner who basically invented the way to play TF.
Oh, Messiah.
Yeah, but what is the team
World
that
Elite.
he's on? Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Jeez.
There's another champion. It is a
Can you say champion?
yeah.
Okay.
It's not on the card.
Well, I mean, Loco's not checking. You could be cheating.
I could be cheating. She is small, a small human person.
Tristan. It's human.
Yeah, a
Small.
young human person.
Okay. A young, small
And
human
it was one of the
girl.
original 30 champions.
Annie.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm bad at this apparently. This guy is currently banned a lot in solo queue. He's played.
Aurelian Soul.
He runs around on. Oh crap! He's
can't
very
say
fast. He's very
Is this
fast.
Kled?
No. It is an animal, sort of half animal, half human.
Half animal, half human, runs fast.
Runs fast.
And he's banned a lot.
And he's banned a
Hecarim.
lot. There you go. Boom.
Okay.
And finally, wherever we're looking here, wherever this, somewhere up there, this is a. Damn, I wrote down. I made these cards and I kind of screwed myself here. He's won it all twice. One of the 2 players to have done so. He's the primary carry on his team.
Oh, Faker?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Done. I think I lost.
Yeah, probably. That felt like it took longer.
Yeah, it definitely took longer. I'm way worse at this than Loco.
I'm
is.
surprised Loco's good at word games.
Why?
I don't know. You're just like not the most eloquent person usually.
Are you? What?
Even I think that's harsh.
You think that's harsh? No, like,
I write poetry.
can you give me an example?
Yeah, where is
Knife crush.
Oh, no! What song? Is that from a song? I want to go back and listen to
that
it.
has to be a song.
It's got to be
That
some
cannot
like
be a song.
scenester, like. What is it from? Is it actually from anything or no?
I forgot what it was from. I listened to a lot of angsty music back
Yeah,
then,
that-
so it's probably
It
from
sounds like
surprise me.
Avenged Sevenfold. We can go with that.
Sure. Anyways, Loco, we'll declare you the winner just because you impressed me at least. This week, the prize is the same as last week's prize because Kobe didn't take it. It is a broken Ezreal statue. You will get the base, and just because I'm so giving, you can also have the top half. I mean, we're really just trying to actually get rid of this thing, so just take that home with you.
Please, so we don't have to throw it away.
Loco, thank you for coming out and joining us. It has been a real pleasure. Please come back and see us sometime, preferably much, much later down the road. Taylor, thanks to you as well. It's been great having you. That is all the time we have for Late Night League, but stay tuned because after the break, Tilted is up next. Come check out another fresh and delicious episode of Late Night League next week with more news, more Mark Z, and another special guest. With that, we will leave you with another moment from the annals of true esports history. For all of us at Late Night League, have a good afternoon.
The year's 1920. The place, Detroit, Brazil. The great prohibition on gaming has begun. An establishment known as WISA starts. Their credo, we will limit the power of these esports players and stop them from bringing evil to Twitch TV. After the establishment of WISA, esports players are forced to go into hiding and play in game easies if they want to get any competition. A hero of the people known as Dyrus, along with his friend John Dillinger and Dyrus' faithful companion Mr. Pillow, decide to take on Weezer. After the battle, known as World Season 5, John Dillinger was dead, Mr. Pillow was leaking feathers, and Dyrus decided to retire. The people were so distraught with his leaving that Weezer was forced out of existence. This has been a true esports story. I'm Buddy Hutton.